Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be reacting to the legacy of every US president. So the way it's probably going to be is Monday through Fridays is going to be one reaction video, couple of shorts. Saturday is going to be when I actually make my own video, and that's how it's going to be till January 1st. We're going to probably have some live streams in December, but we will see. And we're going to have some interviews and stuff. I'm trying to set stuff up. Yeah, hope you all enjoy. But today we're reacting to legacies of every U.S. president. Welcome to Carl's Christian Podcast. Let's react.
George Washington established the tradition of a peaceful transfer of power.
George Washington established the tradition of a peaceful...
John Adams avoided war with France through diplomacy.
Avoided war with France for John Adams.
Thomas Jefferson doubled the size of the U.S. with the Louisiana Purchase.
Okay.
James Madison led the nation during the War of 1812.
War of 1812. James Madison.
James Monroe formulated the Monroe Doctrine, opposing European colonialism in the Americas.
Funny thing is, Europeans are the ones that came to America, and then now they're opposing European colonialism in the Americas. James Monroe.
John Quincy Adams advocated for infrastructure improvements and modernization.
Andrew
Jackson championed the common man and dismantled the Second Bank of the United States.
Ooh.
Martin Van Buren.
Never heard of this guy in my life. Martin Van Buren strengthened the Democratic Party's organizational structure. Never heard of him in my life.
William Henry Harrison delivered the longest inaugural address in history.
That's his legacy. Never heard of him.
John Tyler.
I've heard John Tyler.
Setting the stage for westward expansion.
James
K. Polk expanded U.S. territory through the Mexican-American War.
All these presidents, you don't really hear about them because, like, you hear about George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Calvin Coolidge, but you don't hear about like these ones. Zachary Taylor, I've never heard of him in my life. Known for his military leadership and
known for his military leadership in the Mexican-American War.
Wow.
Millard Fillmore opened trade with Japan through the Perry Expedition. Franklin Pierce expanded U.S. territory with the Gadsden Purchase. James Buchanan allowed the secession of southern states leading up to the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery with the Emancipation Proclamation and ended the Civil War. Andrew Johnson, first president to be impeached, though acquitted by one vote. Ulysses S. Grant led Reconstruction and fought against the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, go Grant.
Rutherford B. Hayes ended Reconstruction by withdrawing federal troops from the South. James A. Garfield advocated for civil service reform before his assassination.
So we got one first assassination, question mark? James A. Garfield.
Chester A. Arthur reformed civil service with the Pendleton Act. Grover Cleveland vetoed numerous bills emphasizing limited government.
Ooh.
Benjamin Harrison expanded the U.S. Navy and signed the Sherman Antitrust Act. Grover Cleveland, second term, repealed the Sherman Silver Purchase Act, reinforcing the gold standard and stabilizing the economy. William McKinley led the nation to victory in the Spanish-American War.
Funny thing is, there were so many wars. Like, if you actually look into it, there are so many wars in America's history. Not a lot of, I guess it is, but a lot of America's enemies back then are now all their allies.
Theodore Roosevelt expanded national parks and preserved vast areas of natural beauty. William Howard Taft later served as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
How's that a legacy?
Woodrow Wilson led the U.S. during World War I and advocated for the League of Nations.
League of Nations.
Warren G. Harding promoted a return to normalcy post-World War I. Calvin Coolidge.
Yep, Calvin
championed
Coolidge.
Small government and laissez-faire economics.
Okay, fun fact. What does laissez-faire mean? It means basically no supervision. Well, that's what I learned in my leadership class. So a laissez-faire leader is a leader that doesn't really give instructions. They kind of just let you do whatever you want. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong.
Hoover led the nation during the onset of the Great Depression. Franklin D. Roosevelt launched the New Deal to revive the economy during the Great Depression and led the U.S. during World.
Wait, this dude was president 1933 to 1945. How many years is that? Wait, 1934, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Huh? 12 years? Wait, let me see. How was he president for? How was Franklin D. Roosevelt president for 12 years? Let me see. You gotta ask our trusty friend Google. Okay, Google. How was Franklin D. Roosevelt president for 12 years? It says because of the Great Depression. Let me see. Why did he serve? Okay, we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this because I never knew this, which is very surprising. He served for 4 terms, which is crazy. Why was this? The Great Depression and World War II had just begun. Okay. So he stayed in because of that. 12 years is a long time.
World War II. Harry S. Truman authorized the use of atomic bombs to end World War II and initiated the Truman Doctrine, which triggered the start of the Cold War. Dwight D. Eisenhower initiated the interstate highway system. John F. Kennedy inspired the nation with the goal to land a man on the moon.
And was assassinated.
Lyndon B. Johnson enacted the Civil Rights Act and Great Society programs, also started the Vietnam War.
Okay,
Society programs.
I gotta go back and research what the Vietnam War was, but is that a good legacy to leave behind?
Also started the Vietnam War. Richard Nixon opened diplomatic relations with China and ended the Vietnam War.
Ended the Vietnam War and
Gerald Ford
with China started?
Pardoned Nixon, aiming to heal the nation post-Watergate. Jimmy Carter brokered the Camp David Accords between Egypt and Israel. Ronald Reagan implemented Reaganomics, reducing taxes and government spending, and played a key role in ending the Cold War.
Ronald Reagan won both of his elections in a landslide.
H.W. Bush led a coalition to victory in the Gulf War. Bill Clinton presided over the longest peacetime economic expansion. George W. Bush responded to the 9/11.
Okay, we're about to get into Obama, Biden, and Trump. I want to see what it says their legacy is. This is going to be interesting. But Bush's is responding to the 9/11 attacks and initiated the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan.
11 attacks and initiated the U.S. invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq.
Dude just wanted to start wars.
Barack Obama passed the Affordable Care Act.
Look, our first black president served 2 terms in a row. And what did he do? He passed the Affordable Care Act, expanding healthcare access. This dude ruined our country by endorsing the legalization of same-sex marriage. No president wants his legacy to be known for the first black president ruined our. Come on, bro. I wouldn't even be proud of that.
Expanding healthcare access.
Let's see what it says for Biden.
And endorsed the legalization of same-sex marriage. Donald Trump enacted significant tax cuts, opened diplomatic relations with North Korea, and ended the U.S. invasion in Afghanistan.
Okay. I would say that's good.
Joe Biden passed the American Rescue Plan to combat the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay. You know, at least Biden's is better than
Biden's effects.
I guess.
Who will be
All right. So let me know what y'all think. What do you think of the legacies of all these U.S. presidents? Comment down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a blessed day.